Hey everybody, this is Matt Thomas at tradingparadigm.com, and today I wanted to talk about the four main market characteristics that you must align with for success. Throughout many of my articles, guest posts, tweets, and comments on various platforms, I reference effective trading psychology quite a bit. And I do this because I'm a big proponent of traders developing the right mindset. Because of this, I often get asked questions like, what do you mean all traders need to make a paradigm shift? And can you explain in detail the mental framework required for long-lasting, sustainable trading success? These are incredible questions, but they can't easily be answered in just a short sentence or two. But this article and the video I'm creating for it right now should help clarify what I mean when I mention the proper mindset. Overall, it's about being in harmony with the market instead of fighting it. Operating within financial markets exposes us to conditions that we're just not all that used to. Having the right mindset isn't just about working hard and being optimistic, which is what most people think I mean from a surface level perspective. But what I'm actually getting at is the concept of thinking probabilistically and having a healthy perspective on change, risk, loss, and uncertainty. So with that being said, let's dig into the four main market characteristics you must embrace in order to achieve durable trading success. These four characteristics go straight to the root of why adaptation is absolutely necessary for every single trader who enters the market environment. The first characteristic is that the market is dynamic. It's constantly changing. Prices and participants are continuously shifting. The ever-evolving nature of the market can wipe out even some of the best traders of the past if they're unwilling to grow and adapt. Trying to fight reality, aka the market, which is a complex and powerful entity that you can't personally control, is a recipe for disaster. What most new traders are often in search of are magical or foolproof setup strategies or systems that will print them money without fail in perpetuity. But no such thing exists. What long-term trading success actually comes down to is developing the personal attributes and skills to effectively adapt. There are numerous examples of patterns, setups, indicators, strategies, systems, and overall methods that might have worked in the past but no longer do, or don't occur with as much frequency as they used to, or work extremely well in non-volatile markets but not so well otherwise. This is why I don't often talk about specific trading strategies and systems because 1, there are thousands of them, 2, the ones you choose should fit your individual personality and preferences, and 3, they all go in and out of favor based on market conditions. The bottom line is that there is no fixed or static answer to what works and what doesn't when it comes to strategies and systems. Market conditions, context, or regime can change in an instant, rendering your current strategies and systems ineffective or less effective than they were. So you have to be able to adapt. The second characteristic is that the market is uncertain. Every single moment is unique. Anything can happen at any given moment in time. No matter how many charts you look at or numbers that you crunch, no mathematical formula or model based on historical data can have 100% predictive power. The amount of randomness at play in the markets is probably much larger than you realize. Certainty simply doesn't exist. There are far too many factors at play to comprehensively and efficiently compute them all. In fact, it's impossible. You will never be in a situation where you know the positions and intentions of every single current and potential market participant. And many market participants don't even know their own intentions until they impulsively act them out. So you have to accept that trading is a game of incomplete information. This doesn't mean that you can't consistently put the odds in your favor in order to win long term, but it does mean that you shouldn't attach your happiness and self-worth to the outcome of individual trades, because short-term outcomes are unknowable and losses are unavoidable. The key is to manage risk and keep those losses controlled and smaller than your winners. The third characteristic is that the market is limitless. The number of markets, strategies, instruments, and timeframes available to trade offers an endless assortment of possibilities. There are US, European, and Asian markets, scalp trading, day trading, swing trading, and position trading, stocks, bonds, options, futures, forex, and much more. The sheer magnitude of choices can be confusing and overwhelming. Unfortunately, this often leads most traders into a generalist approach in which they trade impulsively, get distracted, and strategy hop from one shiny object to the next. But in order to become a great trader, you have to specialize. This doesn't mean that you can't have multiple strategies, but you have to be reasonable. You can't do it all. Especially as a beginner with limited knowledge, skills, and experience to work with. There's no way to properly manage 10 different strategies in that situation. It's certainly okay to start off with a sampling period where you see what approach might suit you the best. But after that, you have to start narrow and expand from there. Keep in mind that as humans, we naturally want to be stimulated, and the markets as a whole do a great job of doing that for us. But getting into trading for thrills, excitement, and other forms of short-term emotional gratification often comes at the expense of our long-term goals. The fourth characteristic is that the market is impersonal. It doesn't care what happens to you in your account. For some, the impersonal nature of the market can be harsh. For others, it's liberating. But the objective reality is that the market doesn't care about you. Your personal IQ, university degrees, and past accomplishments have no bearing on how the market behaves. So if you think the market will feed you automatic winners just because you've studied the charts for months or put in countless hours of research, or simply because you're educated, then you're in for a rude awakening. If you trade with a sense of entitlement, the market will humble you. This game is about positive expected value, risk management, and effectively executing with consistency and discipline. Again, the market doesn't care whether it helps or hurts you. So you have to have procedures in place to act in your own best interest. When you boil it down, the market is nothing more than a feedback mechanism that provides information and data. And it's your job as a trader to use that feedback in order to properly adapt, refine, and grow. From this perspective, mistakes and losses turn from negatives into positive learning opportunities. In the end, every trader who wants to experience long-lasting trading success has to embrace the dynamic, uncertain, limitless, and impersonal nature of the market environment. This requires new attitudes, perspectives, and beliefs, like replacing unrealistic expectations with probabilistic thinking, and viewing the market as a feedback mechanism instead of a monster that has it out for you, along with many other shifts in perspective. It also requires structure in the form of plans and rules. Without the necessary structure in your mind and strategies, there's nothing stopping you from expressing yourself in the market in all kinds of negative ways, like being impulsive, revenge trading, removing stops, and adding to losers. One of the best lessons to take away from all this is that any emotional pain you feel while trading is a sign that your mindset is out of alignment with market characteristics. So when you experience this pain, dig in to find the root cause so that you can resolve it. At the end of the day, the market will undoubtedly reveal your attitudes, beliefs, and perspectives in regard to money, risk, loss, change, and uncertainty. And how you choose to use that feedback will ultimately determine whether or not you succeed. So don't spend your time fighting the market. It will only waste your emotional and financial capital. Align with it instead. You can find the link to this full article down in the description, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.